Today I started going through some of the old videos I had recorded when I first started my journey about 3 years ago. Looking at myself and how young I was at heart, how hopeful I was in this journey, starting this journey, and where I'm at now, and looking at myself on the screen of my phone. It was like I was talking to the future me, which is me right now. In the past 3 years, I've went through multiple changes in my life, job-wise, emotionally, spiritually, physically, psychologically. And watching myself talk to myself, I realized how much I really have grown in these 3 years, and at some parts throughout my journey in these past 3 years, I felt like I was stagnant. I felt like I wasn't going anywhere. I didn't feel any growth. I felt more like I'd slipped back into who I was before I had my awakening. And after watching a couple of these videos that I recorded, I realized how much I truly have grown and matured in myself. And I've realized how much healing I've actually really done, and never have really given myself I haven't given myself the I never thought that I had grown as much as I did after watching these videos. I didn't give myself the credit. Because a lot of the time, we don't understand how much the way that we think really affects who we are. And I understand now that every bit of that journey is a new puzzle piece into the destiny and into the person that I have been becoming. And in a lot of my videos, there's a fluctuation of energy. There's excitement, and then there's a video where I was so vexed and pissed off. And one video I'm absolutely loving, and the next I see myself change. I can see the energy changing. Every month, every year, I see how much I've grown into who I am now. And it's absolutely amazing that we don't give ourselves enough credit. So whoever you are that's watching this video and you don't think that you've grown, and you don't think that you've learned lessons, you don't think you've matured, you don't feel like you've moved from where you were, you have. You just don't give yourself the credit. Just because your outside circumstances haven't changed, just because you're still driving the same car, just because you're at the same job, just because you're in the same one-bedroom apartment, house trailer, mansion, you still live with your parents, you still have roommates. Just because the outside world doesn't necessarily show growth, that doesn't mean you haven't grown in here or in here. Change happens inside first before you see it on the outside. And that's what I'm starting to understand. Whoops. That's what I'm starting to understand. I'll post some of those videos. And you can see for yourself. I've learned so much on this journey about life, about love, about relationships, about healing, about being a woman, about being a mother, about being and experiencing this human experience. I've learned so much. The knowledge I had back then is so relevant to now. And it'll be relevant to some of you who are new on your journey, and some of you who are a little bit more seasoned than, say, I am, or maybe you're in the same place where I am, you're about 3-4 years in. You'll resonate. And you'll remember yourself in that same energy that I was in these videos. And you'll recognize and you'll realize you have grown. You've matured. It's a constant ascension, constant transformation. And after watching these videos of myself 3 years ago, I really am proud of myself because I went through a lot of shit. I went through a devastating heartbreak. But I needed that. That's what woke me up. I needed that to find who I was, to find who I am. It's a roller coaster ride, and I'll tell you, there's no brakes, and there's no seatbelt, and there's no chest straps. Full throttle all the way. And maybe one of these days, I'll share the story of the night that I died and what I saw and how it felt. You're gonna make it. I'm proud of you. Don't think you haven't grown, because you have. You just haven't realized it yet, and when you do, I can't wait until you realize how much you've truly grown. It's beautiful. Job well done.